Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, this is Divine Sunshine coming to you with the last trigger warning. The next one, this one is talking about more so about this fear factor. This fear factor that we have is another block for us into union. But what I found is some of this fear is something that we have inherited. Because I was going out and getting some things grocery shopping, and that's what I miss about going out, because I would get also those messages from the trucks or the cars or the license plates. And Kathy D, stop laughing. But yes, I got this new line called lineage. Lineage. And I seen it twice. I seen it coming to go see the DM, and I seen it going. Coming and going. Lineage. Going in the same path, same highway, east and west. And it made me think, I said, oh, this family. More and more I talk to my mom, she gives me more ideas and understanding even about my grandmother. And about this fear. And then I started thinking about, she was telling me about some things that she had that she was kind of fearful of. And she was scared of being great, and she didn't go beyond doing that. And then I think about my dad and his relationship with his mom, and him being fearful to really exactly be with the person that he really wants to, or be the person that he wants to. He always had to get okay from his mom to do that. And then I think about my mom too as well. Her fear of really giving voice to dad, and things that she felt that was, that she was telling it, but it didn't come out the way she was, especially towards the end, that she wanted to be able to give. And she put herself on the back burner, and she always let my dad come first. And she was fearful, I guess, of not really honoring herself first. And then I was like, you know what? All I hear is just lines and lines of fear. And then just like a spoke on the wheel, how those things that I'm right there in the center of it. And how, like they said, they might call it junk DNA. But again, and still, I think scientists have said, and I'm not the one who specializes in it, is that an understanding of how these things are really passed through. I used to call it the spiritual DNA. That still, those things, those ways, and you hear them saying about that, how poverty is passed on generation to generation. Now, that's not something that somebody could say, that's in the environment, but sometimes it might be some of them, they don't even know their parents, and they still doing and picking up the ways of their parents before. Where is it in this that we got this fear factor? I call it almost like the genes. We add up this and this together. This fear factor keeps on being a component that shows up. Like X times square equals fear, which equals not destined to be my greatness, or destined for greatness. I just don't. I'm scared of that. The fear of success. It's the fear of what happened. That's the opposite. You don't hear a lot of people talk about that. More so fear of failure, but fear of success is something that is not really tackled. And what I hear from all of it is that fear factor of being successful. What would happen if I just go on ahead, although you've been destined to do? What is it again that you fear factor that you know that this relationship is destined to be, because source has already said that, but where is it that you're scared? A lot of times when I think about, even when we're talking about our counterparts, and we seeing them off and doing things with other things, rather is in the learning lessons, or if there's somebody else that's involved, it's so hard for us to be able to kind of shake it off, and shake it off and actually get into a true understanding of being able to believe in it, because we got this fear. I think about, sometimes even when I think about the DM and with myself, and I say, a lot of times, you can't be as scared or fearful. And I think that's what a lot of us are at, why we don't want to, and to be honest, to try it again with our counterparts after they have shown their natural ass or booty to us, or gave us the finger, or gave us the birdie, and tell us to go on ahead, and they've gone, trotted off, and got knee down into whatever kind of situation that they say that they want to be an explorer, and they want to find some more information about themselves, find some more information about the world, just to collect data for the relationship, as I say now, is because we say we did believe in you. I can hear Ty Tribbett say, if he did it before, he will do it again. I said that today with the kids. And you're scared to believe in them again, because it's like we going by Maya Angelou. If the person show you who they are, believe them. But then I have to constantly have this conversation with myself too, and say, okay, but you believed in them in the time that they didn't believe in themselves. You believed in this person at a time that they weren't ready. You knew that they weren't ready. You knew the way they was acting. The signs was there that they weren't ready. So how can you fault somebody? And I'm trying to see what analogy would be that would be good for that, to understanding that, is you believed in it, and you just like, like they almost showing me like a cake. You could say cake. You thought it was good. You put all the. That's just like me with the rolls. I guess they're bringing me the rolls. And so then when I make yeast rolls, my grandmother made wonderful big, my great-grandmother made big yeast rolls. Them suckers was big. And according to my mom. And a couple of times I have been able to do it. And I had gotten to the point that me fixing it, I had gotten scared. Because every time I would do it, I don't know, something about this house. I think this house is kind of a little drafty. So I would try to do it, and it wouldn't rise like it was. I mean, where I had the condo, they would rise. I would have beautiful things. I wouldn't have any problems with that. At my childhood house, I didn't have any problems rising the yeast there either. And I would keep on, and then I would kind of get scared. And then, one day, I remember my grandmother, which is my grandfather's mother, was great-grandmother, came. And I remember one time when somebody came over for voice to talk about fix it, because my dad had just passed. And it looked like she wanted to fix something for my mom to kind of get her over it. And so then with that, she used me to be able to, and I was like, I ain't never heard this voice. Who is this? He's like, fix it. I said, nah, I can't fix them rolls. I say, cause I say they gon' fall. Ain't no way it's gonna work. And I heard a voice say, I said, fix it. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, let me get this together here. She's like, listen to me, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. And so I did. And those yeast rolls came out. I mean, them suckers was big. And they was nice and fluffy. And I did everything to do it just like what she said. She said, I guarantee you it's going to come out all right. I guarantee you it is. Now, this is spirit there. Came out, them suckers was fluffy. I made them things so fast. They rose fast. Everything. When my mom got, she's like, oh my God, it tastes just like my grandmother's rolls. And I was like, because she was working with me. Now, I tried to do it again. Yeah, them suckers didn't duplicate or whatever. But my thing is what? What made them yeast rolls rise like that is because I felt that that time I had belief. I had belief. I seen it. I had spirit helping me. with that. It wasn't just me that said it's going, trust me, I'm here. It's going to work out all right. Now, the first time when we had did it, again, believing in our counterparts, you know what, we thought we had spirit. We thought we had belief in what was going on in there. But they weren't ready. It wasn't right time. Again, it was too much draft, too much this. They weren't ready for that. The ingredients, I think maybe a couple of times I fixed the expiration date was on the yeast was too old. Anyway, this time I got it was some fresh yeast to it. So everything, the conditions was all right. The buttermilk was good, the sugar, the honey, everything was right. I fixed it like it was. The temperature was right in the house. I did everything that was consistent to make sure that I made these yeast rolls just right. And that's the same thing. It is like that. We've got to wait until the timing is right for it to be able to rise, just like those yeast rolls, and double in size, because we don't want it the way it is. We got all the active ingredients within for that, our counterparts. But the problem is we believed at them at a time when they didn't believe in themselves, and it was not right. Now Spirit is asking for us to now believe in them again. And it's scary. Because again, we going by Maya Angelou. You already showed me who you were. I don't know who this is. But see, we have to remember again, when we go into those situations, they're coming in there. They're coming in there so that you could be able to see. They're coming out of that situation as a new creature or a new person. So my thing is now to see, can you trust them as this new creature? Because all of these readers have said the same thing. They're not going to come back the same. They're going to be new. Now it's us, when they come back, that we've got to program ourselves to not put them in that old template. Because actually, we should be at the point that we should be new too. We've got to believe just like the faith of the little child, just like what we've seen Santa Claus, and believe that Santa Claus is real, or that it is real that this divine lover does exist in our counterpart. And that is where the rubber, they say, hits the road. That's where they say the rubber chicken gets funky. Because some of us just don't know. And to be honest, that's the true fear factor is, can I believe, can I put my faith in you the way I did at the beginning, and you asking for me to conjure that up again? And some of that inability to do that goes back to what I was talking about earlier, which is about the family. Talked to my mom, and I said to her too, I said, some things when I listen to you, you're not helping me to really choose a different way of how to deal with fear, how to deal with disappointment, how to release, and how to truly forgive, and how to truly accept things for how they are. Because when I look at you, I see you still holding on. Although you say that you are, but I still see it. I'm an empath, and I can feel beyond your words. And I say, I wish that you all, even Dad, everybody else, had given me a different template. But I can't sit up there and wallow in the mire and be upset with my mom, because, again, that's where she is. That's for me to become resilient and to choose a different way. That's why we said we've got to get rid of the old templates. And some of those old templates involve the family way of doing things or handling things. That's why they kept on showing me lineage. Lineage coming, lineage going. Doesn't matter whichever way it is. We got to watch the input and the way it's flowing out, in and out of that understanding of how we're doing things. That's why they always had, they show me the religious factors. Because some of us, again, our family way of beliefs, our ideologies, or philosophies, we are taking them on like they are the gospel truth of how you deal with everything. Those traditions and those ways are, in some of us, we've got to look and see how our parents handle things as ways that are stopping us also from union. And they're creating that fear factor. Oh, I hope I didn't try to create that fear factor within us. It keeps it perpetuating. You keep on making the equation and say union and fear factor is right plugged right on in there. E plus C equals fear plus fear equals no union. Because that fear is still in. And you're like, I be damn, what is the variable? It's the unknown. Some of you all, it's the unknown variable. And you got to look and see, what is it, some kind of way that I have been doing it through family values that is I'm also trying to apply to the situations that I'm in as a twin flame. And I'm not just saying it just be saying it, because I'm saying this also because I'm in it too. Because there's some things that I got to look at and I got to see. I think about it, I know they're showing the movie Coco. That's one of my favorite movies right now. And they talk about, we don't do no music. Because music, you know what music did? Music got the son killed. And so there go that fear factor all the way down there. No music. Music means death to somebody in the family. So we just don't play the music. And this here come the new generation. Talk about, why we don't play music? I want to play music. And she's like, we ain't playing no music. And messed up the guitar. And then he's like, and so then causes him to go on to this journey of he's going to find, the guitar to be able to play in the contest. And then lo and behold, he does something. He breaks some kind of like curse, which is a journey of self for them to understand the journey that he's got to take for them to understand that, hey, that was back then. Just because the music had did that, that did not mean that music killed the son. That's called coincidence. Music and that ain't got nothing to do with each other. Because if that was so, every time you hear music blasted in your car, you be gone. Not being crass, but I'm just saying. So my thing is, like I said, the thing is that it's so funny things that we have that we pick up that in some ways is helping to create that fear factor. Like my mom has said something to me, like, you don't let nobody know everything that's in your house, okay. But then you just have a conversation, who taught you that? My mother. Okay, and then you just say that she has a lot of fear. Yeah, okay, so now you going to pass it on, that fear onto me. Now, some things that they say, now let me discredit that. Some traditions and ways are very good. But my thing is, you got to understand that when some things they tell you and it make you go to in your stomach, you're like, that didn't settle well. I don't think I can apply and use that now. Then that's something for you to kind of check. But if it's like, that's something, it's some things and some real good foundational things that can help you to be able to get you through, then yes, check it. But really look at these, because it's just funny thing that I'm seeing, and they talk about this lineage. It's something also that's being passed down, and we know, as they say, we are here to come clear. And I don't think some of us is taking it that serious of understanding, because I believe it's like it's really so underneath the radar, as they're telling me, that you won't even suspect. It might be even unknown to you as to what it is that's stopping you, because you're going off of a saying or a belief that your family has, or even it's just being carried in you that you did not know. And I was so glad that she had told me that, because I was like, oh my God, I kind of see what's going on. I'm attracting that same stuff because of what the family has happened to the family. And I was like, okay, I got to really make a conscious effort with intentions and purpose to say I'm not going to repeat that. All right, then. I just wanted to bring that to you. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Love you.